Another day, another story. Throughout history, many cultures have recognized gender identities other than male and female. Non-binary people have often occupied unique positions in their societies, serving as priests, artists, and ceremonial leaders. Here are some non-binary genders recognized by cultures around the world. Welcome to Tabo Eminent Channel. Hijra. Indian Hijras participate in a religious procession in Gandhinagar, India, some 30 kilometers from Ahmedabad, on March 22, 2017. Hijra is a term used in South Asia which refers to transgender individuals who are born male. Hindu society features the gender Hijra, the most common non-binary identity recognized in India today. Hijras are found in Hindu religious texts and throughout South Asian history. Many Hijras are born with male sexual characteristics, though the Hijra community also includes intersex people. A unique culture underlies the Hijra identity. Hijras often leave home to join groups that educate new initiates in spirituality. Hijras assume a religious role in Hindu culture, celebrating rituals like weddings and births. Many believe Hijras possess the power to bless or curse others. In recent centuries, a stigma arose against Hijras, prompted by British colonialism. In fact, an 1871 British law categorized all Hijras as criminals. Anti-Hijra sentiment continued to build after that, despite Bangladesh, India, and Nepal all having recognized the rights of non-binary people by 2014. Kalalai, Kalabai, and Bisu, the Bugis ethnic group of South Sulawesi, Indonesia, recognizes 3 genders beyond the binary. Kalalai refers to people who have female sexual characteristics but present in traditionally masculine ways, often cutting their hair short and dressing in men's fashions. They also take on a social position similar to men's, transcending some restrictions placed on women. Kalabai are people who have male sexual characteristics but occupy a role like that traditionally occupied by women. Yet Kalabai don't identify as women, reject the restrictions that women experience, and do not have their sexual characteristics altered. Kalabai often oversee weddings and manage each aspect of the ceremonies. Bisu, another gender, embodies the totality of masculinity and femininity. Bugis people believe that Bisu surpasses other genders, encapsulating a spiritual role. Bisu people often wear flowers and carry sacred daggers to symbolize their expansive identity. They perform spiritual rites and are thought to bridge the worldly and the divine. Muxes constitute a community of people in Mexico who typically have male sexual characteristics but embrace a feminine identity. The word mux bears a similarity to the Spanish word for woman, mujer. Muxes often take on household roles that typically belong to women, such as sewing, cooking, and family care. But the community is not a monolith. Muxes express their gender identities in a variety of ways, all united under the umbrella term muxes. The mux identity is embedded within the culture of the indigenous Zapotec people, who live mainly in the southern Mexican state of Oaxaca. Though Zapotec culture respects mux people, muxes still endure certain restrictions. They are usually prohibited from living with their intimate partners or leaving their family homes. Each year, muxes celebrate La Vila de las Auténticas Intrépidas Buscadoras del Peligro, or the Festival of the Authentic and Intrepid Danger Seekers, a day of energetic merriment to honor muxes. The mux community is a unique cultural and gender group originating from the Zapotec society in Oaxaca, Mexico. Mux, pronounced mu-she, are individuals who are biologically male but adopt diverse gender roles, often resembling women or blending aspects of masculinity and femininity. Characteristics of mux. Social recognition. In Zapotec culture, mux are generally accepted and respected, unlike many other societies that hold more conservative views on non-binary gender identities. Role in society. Mux often work as tailors, makeup artists, small business owners, or community leaders. They also contribute to local rituals and festivals. Gender identity. Not all mux identify as transgender or female. Some still identify as male but with a more feminine gender expression. Origins and cultural context. The mux community has existed since pre-Hispanic times, long before Spanish colonialism introduced stricter binary gender norms. In Zapotec culture, gender diversity is more accepted, giving Muks a better social standing compared to LGBTQ+ individuals in many other societies. Muks are often considered the golden children in their families, especially if they take care of their parents in old age. Although widely accepted in their community, they still face discrimination outside the Zapotec society, particularly in more conservative regions of Mexico. Conclusion: Muks are a powerful example of how indigenous cultures can have a more inclusive understanding of gender compared to modern Western norms. They are an integral part of Zapotec society and continue to be a symbol of gender diversity and acceptance in Mexico. Secrata: the Socolava people, indigenous to Madagascar, recognize the gender Secrata. Secrata people have male sexual characteristics, but after displaying behavior viewed as feminine during childhood, they are raised as girls by their families. Secrata adopt a feminine appearance in styling their hair and wearing jewelry. As adults, they inhabit a unique niche. They do not occupy traditionally male roles, like soldiering. Instead, they undertake other responsibilities, like performing in ceremonies. The Secrata are widely accepted within Socolava society. They are viewed as both sacred and protected by supernatural powers. Two-Spirit people: Cristina Padilla, a transgender, Two-Spirit, Apache, Cherokee person posing as part of National Trans Visibility March Day, Sacramento, California, October 2021. In the gender binary system, all people fit into one of two genders, man or woman. Critics often refute the purported universal nature of the gender binary system by pointing to the many non-Western cultures that have embraced multigender systems. Two-Spirit is a term some indigenous North Americans have adopted to refer to people in their communities who are believed to embody both a male spirit and a female spirit. Two spirits are seen as being uniquely able to see life from both male and female perspectives and to bridge the differences between them. While the term Two-Spirit was coined in 1990, the ways of life it encompasses stretch back through the histories of many indigenous cultures, though varying in name, expression, and status from one culture to another. Two spirits have held specialized roles in their communities, earning respect as basket weavers and potters and as healers, matchmakers, and ceremonial leaders. European and European American colonization involved the suppression of indigenous cultures, including attempts to erase Two-Spirit ways of walking. However, two spirits are regaining acceptance in some indigenous communities. Bakla in the Philippines: the term bakla refers to people who possess male sexual characteristics but identify with femininity and often express their gender through feminine dress and behavior. Bakla, while primarily a gender presentation, can overlap with sexual orientation, and many Bakla people are part of the LGBTQIA+ community as well. Historically, Bakla were considered to encompass aspects of both masculinity and femininity, and they often served as leaders of their communities. After Western colonization, acceptance of Bakla plummeted, but a Bakla community still exists in the Philippines and elsewhere. Thanks for watching. Request you to subscribe the channel.